In the previous video, we went ahead and we modified our reload function to accept a boolean. And basically that boolean is to whether or not the gun is empty. So what we want to do, in addition to our reload trigger, is we want to basically have a structure that contains a boolean, so whether or not the firearm is empty, and the actual reload trigger itself. So in our header, let's go ahead and make a new struct. So use struct, do struct f, let's call it reload trigger. We'll do a generated body, u property, and we'll have a bool b is empty. We'll do false by default. We want another u property, and this will be a uint8, and this will be the reload. Let's just call it reload incrementer, and we'll set it to 0. So we're going to replace the uint8 of reload trigger with f reload trigger, like so, and head over to the firearm logic component.cpp, and we want to take the reload trigger dot reload incrementer, basically just swapping them out. And same thing here where we set it to 0, we want to set the reload incrementer to 0. And likewise, we want to set the reload trigger dot b is empty to equal b is empty. And at that point, we are pretty much, kind of good to go. So from here, where we are passing in false as to whether or not the reload is, empty. So if we look at it, actually that doesn't work very well. So if this is an empty reload, so b empty reload, because that is bound to this right here, we're going to change the false to reload trigger dot b is empty. And that really should be it. So that should allow us to see and replicate both kinds of reloads. So let's go ahead, recompile, relaunch, and just give it a try. Okay, once we are back inside the editor, let's just give it a try. So first things first, we are not empty, so we do a normal reload. Then now we are empty, and we have a slide lock, so our empty reload. So that's good there. Let's try the BAR, reload that, normal reload. Okay, so the BAR does not have the notifies, that's right. So we're not going to be able to end the ability. So let's empty the BAR's magazine and try it again. So we do our empty reload there. So far, so good. Let's try with 2 clients and just, make sure that I can't speak, that it works on their machines. So these should have a fair bit of latency, as you can kind of see. So we'll try this guy. So we'll do a couple of shots and reload. Oh, so let's see, cannot activate, so local only. Not activate when not local. That's odd because I am local. So I wonder if that's an editor bug here. So let's try it again. Yeah, so now it's working. So that's just a weird, I guess, editor issue. So let's go ahead and watch. So fire a couple shots. Go ahead and show the debug. And do a normal reload. Okay, let's go ahead and empty the magazine. And do another reload. And it is a slide back. So that is, in fact, replicating. So normal reload. And we have a empty reload. Cool. So that seems to be working pretty much as we want. So now that we have our correct reload animation set up, there's nothing really more to do in regards to the actual reload logic that I can think of. So we have our attributes being set properly. It's all predictive. We have our animations being played as we want. So yeah, I'd say we are good to go. So now that we have those animations set up, it's probably about time to work on our fire animations. So we have, our fire logic and all that kind of stuff, but we don't have any visuals other than, you know, this line trace that kind of shows like, hey, I am shooting, for example. So we're going to end up with a very similar approach to how we do the reload, which is via the delegate route. So anyways, now that all that is out of the way, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.